Everyone's here tonight. Special KOF. Shout out to the homeboys at Dream Cancel. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Dream Council podcast, and this is episode 107 of Dream Council Live. My name is Desmond, the administrator of DreamCouncil.com. And in this episode, it's a new year. It's 2019. Happy New Year to you, to all your family. 2018 was... I thought it was a good year. It went by fast, like retrospectively, but welcome to 2019. And in this episode, we're going to just like briefly recap things that happened in 2018 to the best of our recollection. And then we're going to kind of build upon like plans and goals and stuff for 2019. And we're also going to talk quite a bit about the latest King of Fighters XIV patch. We're at version 3.10. And we're going to talk about how we feel about the patch so far. I know it's only been a week or so. And, everything is subject to change in a couple months or so. But we're just going to just talk about how we feel about the patch so far with all the different changes. What changes some people haven't really discovered yet or that aren't in the patch notes probably. And, probably talk about how, it's going to shape like the lifespan of the game pretty much in the future. So hold tight. So before we get into all that, I would like to introduce the discussion panel for this episode. All right, y'all can see me now. What's up, everybody? First time going to be on camera on the podcast, so get used to it if you could. But I'd like to introduce the discussion panel for today's show. We got KenshixHimura. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Good to have you. And let's see if his mic is on. Yo, Esteban, player one was.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? You in the darkness, man? Is your camera on?
Oh yeah. No, it's on. I just don't have it on. I guess I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I just don't have I don't have one plugged in or anything, so they're probably just saying, "Oh, it's on," but it's not really on.
Oh, it's not getting no signal or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's only like that.
Okay.
There we go. I'll just do that.
Oh yeah, that classic, dude. That's the classic avatar, man.
Oh yeah.
You had that since like 2010, 2011 or something, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Word.
Way too long.
Cool. Great. All right. We're gonna have some more people pop in. If we have the time and resources, but thank y'all so much for coming on, and I want to thank everybody that's listening for tuning in. If you see any of our tweets or anything like that, feel free to give us a retweet, give us a share on Facebook, on Twitter, etc. Thank you all so much for coming on. So before we get to all the the hot topics and everything like that, we're going to do promo and plugs like always, giving a shout out to different organizations, different tournaments that are coming out. So I'm going to do this fairly quick. So get t-shirts, dreamcouncil.com. Donate to us on Patreon. Chill in our Discord. The SNK Esports Support Program. Remember, you can add your tournament if it's like an online tournament. I don't know if anybody has jumped on that just yet, but try to see if it if you can apply and be, I would say, certified for it. What you was gonna say, Kenshi?
I was gonna say, like, we've tried, but you need 20 players minimum signed up to be a part of it, like for your online tournament. So
yeah, I know. Well,
there's a little bit of a stipulation, but it's nice if you can meet the requirement.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. We might have to do something like funny, or we could just have just people sign up, and then on the day of, decide if they really want to play. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes, man. People sign up, and then the day of, they gone missing. But
yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I would love to at least like try it out, and just have us, have a tournament, online tournament, sponsored by SNK. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, let's keep things going. Want to give a special shout out to Crazy Lee. Crazy Lee has Twitch/Discord emotes, and all the information is right here on the poster. Base price is 24 USD, but there's a promo code Dream Castle for 50% off on your first one. And links are at the bottom, so get your I would say Twitter fingers ready. I'll post it in the chat. Let me post it in the chat. That'll be a little more helpful. The people.
If you tell her I sent you, you also get a discount from me.
Well, you get more discounts.
I don't know if it stacks with the Dream Cancel one, but there is that one. If you don't remember the promo code.
Word. Cool. Sounds very good. And also, shout outs to Saltamiya. Check out her store of SNK goodies. There's stickers, pillows, keychains, shirts. I think.
Those are new. I was there when she was making them.
Yeah. And I think I will post up a link in the chat. So go ahead and check it out. How big are the pillows? Do you know? Have you seen the size?
They're kind of on the smaller side. I would say they're about 20 to 24 inches tall.
Yes.
And then like the width depends on the art, but like all the like lengths are the same. The widths are just different because Athena has big hair. K49 has that arm coming out of him, and then Leona doesn't have anything special sticking out, so she's like a stick.
Yeah.
But
Okay. All right. Okay. Man.
they're really nice though.
Oh, cool. I was just asking because I know some people they like to get body pillows and stuff. So.
They're nowhere near that size. They're like those little small decorative pillows that you put towards the end of your couch and stuff.
Yeah. They ain't nothing to cuddle with or anything like that. I understand. That's cool though. But check out her store. Really, really good stuff. Big shout outs to Saltamiya. All right. Next order of business. Oh, real quick. I just want to let people know of some tournaments that are coming up. The nearest tournament this weekend is Neo Geo World Tour 2 Stop at Washington, D.C. Super Magfest 2019. And a fair amount of people in the Dream Council Discord are hitting that up. So go ahead and check it out. If you're in the area or if you're flying out, KOF 98 and 14 will be there in the Neo Geo World Tour event in Magfest. So have fun. Hopefully we'll get a stream because I don't know, for some reason like the last tournament streams for Neo Geo World Tour, I don't know, I don't know, it seems that like we're kind of missing them or they're not being streamed or something like that. So hopefully they get a proper stream for that. I remember they did a Canada Cup and there was a big fiasco with the stream. So let's pray and hope that things are good for Washington, D.C. because when their stream is up, it's actually really, really good. Next tournament that is on the agenda, it is let's see, Kumite in Tennessee, and that's actually this weekend as well. So we're gonna have 2 KOF tournaments this weekend, but this is a side tournament. It's going down on Friday, and Friday at 7 p.m. So go ahead and check that out. Kumite in Tennessee. All the information is right in front of your face. In Franklin, Tennessee. Next tournament. This is going down on the 12th. All right, check this out. Kenshi, I don't have no art for this, so I'm going to use the old art, okay?
That's fine. That's fine. We pretty much use the same picture over and over anyways.
Yeah, so it's Tung's Dojo Showdown 3. See, I'm messing up already. 3, and it's going down Saturday, January 12th, all right? I'm going to draw in a little 3. I don't know if people can see it.
there should be a Tung's Dojo Showdown 3 flyer somewhere.
Yeah, I'm a draw in that little struggle 3. I don't know if y'all can like see it. You know, wait. You know what? It'll be better if I can like. I'll just make 3 little like vertical lines. Like, all right, here we go. 1, 2. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. I can't do it. But anyways, yeah, this is for Steam. This is for King of Fighters 14 on Steam. The last tournaments have been great, man. Are y'all doing any? Is there any like pop bonus or anything for this?
I honestly don't know because Reiki hasn't sent me the Matcherino at all, so I'm not too sure if there's going to be a pop bonus. We haven't had that many people sign up for it this time either, so... Yeah.
So again, it's January 12th. Ignore the date, and yeah, just...
I'll post a link.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kenshi. But definitely check this out. The last tournaments have been pretty good. So, yeah, that's really it. Let me delete these... struggle.
I love the struggle 3.
yeah, man. I could have just typed it in actually, but I don't know. Cool.
Yeah, it's. I can't find the third flyer either. I don't know where it's at.
Okay. All right, next tournament going down this month. Frosty Faustings 11. This is January 18th and 19th. King of Fighters 14 will have a $500 pot bonus. So if you're in the Midwest area, feel free to show up and see if you can get a little bit of that Meseta, a little bit of that Gil that is supported by Games, GAMES organization. Big props to the organization for handing in the pop bonus. So that's pretty good. And man, a lot of other games are getting pop bonuses too. Wow, Windjammers, Vampire Savior, Third Strike. That's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely check it out. Play King of Fighters 14 there. I don't know who's streaming it. I'm guessing maybe like BG Callisto or something like that. They're always like the go-tos for King of Fighters stream. So definitely check that out. I will post a link in the chat if y'all can browse through while we conversate, and also put it in the description section on YouTube when people check out the rerun. I'm old school, so I call archives reruns. All right, so I'm jumping ahead like I would say 4 or 5 months. All right, Combo Breaker, May 24th, 26th. Anybody thinking of going?
I'm going. I already registered.
Okay.
I haven't registered yet, but I already got the hotel room, so.
Okay. Oh, yo, we got JoJo in here. JoJo, you can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you faintly.
Yep.
Faintly.
Yep.
I heard myself echo off of someone too earlier. I don't know who it was.
Yeah. This phone is pretty bad. I unfortunately lost my older phone, so I got to deal with this one for now. But finally got in.
Okay, cool. Good to have you, man. Yeah. So you going to Combo Breaker?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Cool. All right, great. That sounds good. All right. Are there any tournaments in between now and Combo Breaker that I've missed, or anybody in the chat would like to share with the people?
Vegas Vegas Cup is March 23rd and 24th.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me look for it real quick. Is it in the Neo Geo World Tour?
Oh, I have no idea on that one.
Oh,
I just know that it's because I'm friends with the guy who runs it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's correct.
With Juan.
That's correct.
So I know of that one, and
I found it.
I feel like that's it, but I could be lying.
Oh no. That's perfectly fine, man. That's better than what I was kind of looking for. But I completely forgot. I think there's going to be a pop bonus for that too.
Yes.
But,
there's $1,000 for 13. 14. 13 has 500, and then 98 has 1,000.
Whoa! Wow, man. That's
if I remember right. I almost said 11. I've been playing 11 recently. So
you almost said wait. Well, you said 13 in place of 14, but then you got it straight. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Word.
But I almost said 11. So I was like, oh damn, $1,000 for 11. No.
People will come out.
That game's dope. Yo, that game's dope. I like that game. It's cheap.
Yeah, I never got too heavily into 11. What you gonna say, JoJo?
Oh no, I was gonna say there's also this. I think it was a Michigan Masters. I believe it was in March or April, one of the two. We're planning on going to that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. April, like mid-April something, but it has KOFXIV.
Okay,
yep.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess for the next show I'll run all that down. Oh yeah, there's also Evo Japan. When is that? Is that too far ahead or is that this month?
This month, I believe so. If not this month, next month, but I'm pretty sure it's like in around this because that's what it was last year.
Oh man, that's right. Okay, damn, I almost forgot, dude. All right, Evo Japan as well. Okay, 14 will be there. And I believe I think that's kind of it. Besides some of the usual suspects of games and stuff like that. Like Dragon Ball won't be there, but yeah, that's cool. All right, Evo Japan. Damn, if I can find the date on that, but what you said pretty much sounds accurate around this time. All right, cool. All right, any other events?
Not until then.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, cool. That's safe to say. All right. One last thing I want to address is the King of Fighters XIV Dream Council Wiki. So I want to thank everyone that has been taking the time out to edit and update information in the 14 wiki through Google Docs. Thank y'all so much. It is very appreciated. I was actually going through some stuff myself with some of the characters I've been playing with, some of their changes, and if anyone here is interested in helping, I'm gonna post a link in the chat real quick of how exactly the process is. It's just pretty simple. All you do is just go to a Google Doc, and then you add in comment suggestions for things that you want changed, and then if it's approved, then it will go into the wiki, and then from there, we copy and paste and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, to kind of update it up. I try to do that maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. That way I won't burn myself out. But yeah, thank y'all again. It's very, very appreciative, because wikis are important. Written information is important, especially nowadays, since there's YouTube and Twitter and stuff and Discord. It's always good to fall back and read some stuff. So thank y'all very much. All right, cool. And I believe that's about it, man. We can get into the main topic at hand. So, actually, before we get into the years, talking about 2018 and 2019, when we talk about 3.10, so what are people's thoughts on King of Fighters 14 3.10. Esteban, how do you feel about the changes?
So I'm kind of, in the end, I guess I'm somewhat neutral because I was happy that with the nerfs for the top tier, like I thought Shune probably got hit harder than he should have. Naj, good.
Yeah,
I was happy about that. Hayden, I wish a little more was done, but I am happy with what happened. At least now on Reed, you can actually punish him, and then just dealing with everything of his is a bit better now. The only thing I didn't like was just like overall like system nerfs that they did. They did a universal nerfs to any overheads.
yeah.
And I thought that was stupid.
Think.
Because what's up?
Oh no, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying, I was actually thinking about the same thing you just mentioned about the universal overheads being nerfed.
Yeah. So just to kind of go a little bit into that, pretty much every single overhead move, whether it's like standing overheads, overhead specials, or overheads where the person leaves the ground, any of them, they all got nerfed. They're all a little bit slower and more punishable. So, like, prime example, for me at least, is like Leona's overhead. Leona's forward B, you can't cancel into max mode from it. But not only is it slower, at least with Kim, it's a free far D punish. And that's 6 frames. And I mean, I'm talking free. I felt like I was hitting it late and I still got the punish. So, like, a move that only granted a knockdown became full combo punishable. Another character like Ramon, like, the character didn't even get buffed in any regards to match the nerfs that he lost with the headbutt, which he only got a follow up into super, not even a max mode combo, and then his overhead Sobot kick, which was already slow and already combo punishable, became even more punishable and even slower. I just didn't see the point. I felt like, if anything, they should have at least left him the same speed if they wanted to make him more punishable. But overall, I just thought that was just something that didn't need to happen. And it really ended up hurting a lot of characters that had essentially at least had like a mix up.
Yeah.
It really hurt them in the end. And they weren't even top tier. They were arguably not even mid tier. Like Ramon, you could argue that he wasn't even mid tier.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm definitely more like 50-50 on this whole thing, because I didn't like a lot, like that was a huge nerf, like system nerf across the board. Yet not a lot of characters got buffs in its place. So it really kind of spread out this tier list a little bit more than it should have.
Okay. All right. Well said. Jojo, what do you think about the patch so far?
Well, I'm actually liking it quite a bit. I was actually gonna mention that about what Esteban's talking about, the universal overheads. Yeah, they nerfed it in a way, but funny enough, not too long ago, a couple of days ago, I was actually gonna make a video on it about the overheads in general, because yeah, they nerfed it. You can't just like throw it out in neutral. Like, not, I wouldn't say in neutral. Like, you can't just throw it out anymore. The way to get it to actually go faster than it used to be, apparently, like most characters have to whiff cancel into their overheads. I found out. I never got around to making a video yet, but I will make it. I found it out for a couple of characters though. Sylvie, which is it's her, how fast her overhead was in the previous patch. It's still there.
Yep.
I found it out for Vice. I found it out for Kim. I found one out for my friend, because my friend plays Muy Muy. So I found one out for her. I'm like, okay, she has one. I didn't do Yorix. I didn't think about him at the time. I said Vice, Sylvie. Pretty much everyone has a way that can get an overhead off. In a way, for like, for example, oh, sorry about that. That's my roommate, by the way.
So
So for Vice, for example, she actually has two different ways. Let's say if you get her command grab, which leads to a hard knockdown, you can whiff cancel stand CD to forward A. It's her overhead at regular speed. Oh, and Kenso, that was the other guy I'm thinking about. But yeah, you can.
Were they still overhead?
Yeah, it's still overhead, and it's and it's go at the like actual frame because like you guys know when you actually combo into your command normal and it goes like regular speed. I don't know if you actually like messed around with that yet, but even when you combo their forward A or any overhead button while comboing, it'll still go at the regular speed that it was before it got nerfed, but it's still registered as like an overhead. I'm still gonna go back and mess around with it again, like probably after this podcast. But I'm pretty sure it's still there because like I done it with Sylvan and I done it with Vice, and she can do crouch D into overhead as well for Vice at least. And then Sylvie, she could do whiff cancel. Yeah, it was whiff cancel crouch B into her overhead, which is forward B. I was like, wow, really? So I got what they're trying to do, but I think there's still ways around it if people want to mess around with that. Because it definitely is still there.
I'll definitely look into it because I know that if you like with Kill, for example, if you do stand C forward B is not overhead anymore.
Oh, it takes away that property, right?
Yeah, and then like that was the way with a lot of characters except Clark. Clark was different, but that's because you couldn't. It didn't combo. So that's why I was asking, like, if you're whiff canceling the button, if it actually kept the overhead property, because it could have been a bunch of characters I didn't know about, and I know for a fact Kenso didn't remain overhead.
Yeah, his overhead. Yeah, like if you just do a regular now, like if you do his overhead now, it's like super slow, and his is one of the fastest. Yep. So yeah, I mean, definitely check it out though, because that was one of the main things I've noticed, and I wonder if people like tried it out. I don't know if I was the only one that tried that out yet though. But other than that, like as far as the patch, I mean, I'm still pretty happy. None of my characters besides Vice really got changed, and Iori, but like some characters.
Iori got buffed.
Yeah, you think so too? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. That and like King turned out really good, so I'm gonna expect to see a lot of,
Yeah, I agree with that. Her fireball is like her hard kick, Venom Strike. It's a lot more faster now. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, well said, man. That's some interesting things, man. Might have to keep up with us. Update us on whatever else you find. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I posted one so far with Luong.
Really?
So
okay.
I know that one. It's on my YouTube channel right now, so I didn't get to show everybody else yet, but I will.
Oh, really? Okay. Hey, I might check it out while we talking. All right, cool. Yo, Kenshi, what about you? How do you feel about the patch?
I absolutely love it. I am happy with a lot of the changes. It feels a lot more reminiscent of 2.0, which was my favorite version. Because 3.0 is kind of where it was just like, I like the game, but I don't like the game right now. But now it feels like really fun to play. I'm noticing people are coming back for it, like Burger Time, and I'm having a blast with it. Like they might have nerfed some things on my characters, like Athena got nerfed, but at the same time they buffed her DP, so now it's like she has stronger zoning, even stronger zoning than she already had.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to play kind of like a classic Athena versus the brain dead EX Phoenix Arrow on block Athena. So it was a nice change. It made me learn how to actually play her, because I just kind of was the brain dead EX Phoenix Arrow on block Athena free frame trap. But now it's like, oh, I can't do that anymore. So what can I do instead? Oh, this DP actually works. Let's use it more. Because before, because the hitbox was higher on her head, so people would jump in and stuff it as you're coming up. Now it's lower, so you hit them or at least trade with them. It's really nice.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I see that too as well. Like a lot of people kind of coming back to check out the game, and it's really really good. I'm glad. Hopefully they stick around if they feel that the changes stick. I mean not stick if they feel that the changes are like beneficial, to them as far as like enjoyment goes. But yeah, it's good to see people coming back and playing the game. That's cool.
I still think Hydern's the best character in the game.
You still think so? Even though like his
Yeah.
fireball, you can like skip over
Yep.
his fireball now.
Yep, I do. All the other tools stayed intact.
And you
nobody
can
else
guard, and you
got-
can guard cancel the first hit of his grinder.
That okay. Like if you really like, here's the thing. Yes, that's nice. So you don't have to eat that mix up, but you're still gonna have to burn that bar because you don't want to take the chip or the mix up. So he's just making you burn the bar sooner than later. So that's nice. If he hits you with it, he still kills you. It doesn't matter. So he combos into it, you still die. And then on top of that, the nerf to his normals, the only ones who can contest are all top tier. They're all high tier to begin with. Because his normals are still very fast, he still has good hitboxes. Even though he has a nerf to the fireball, and he has slightly more recovery, you still have to essentially you still have to punish him on read. So he still has, like, the fireball is still good. It's not bad. The only reason why it was subjective before, where it's like, oh no, he may be the best character, but not really, was because Notch killed you off crouch jab. But she doesn't kill you like that anymore. Like, I would say something's changed, like Iori is still arguably, you could, I guess, somewhat argue Iori being better. Barely. I mean, did anybody really get buffed to the point where it's like, nah, they're better than Hydern?
That's not King.
I don't think Hydern's that good anymore.
Why? Well, let me ask, who got buffed to the point where they're actually better than him? I don't know who.
A lot of people got nerfed, including Hydern. I feel like
Ramon got nerfed.
I feel like top 3 characters right now are Yuri, Benimaru, and
King.
Possibly Hein. But I mean, teach their own. I don't really have a problem with Hydern anymore.
I
don't know. I still don't see the problem.
I haven't fought any Hydern since the patch. They all jumped ship.
Yeah, that too. They all jump ship. So the ones that I do fight, I don't know. I don't have a problem with them. But that's anecdotal evidence. They're not like top tier players. So who knows?
I mean, what's funny, man? I've been watching the Neo Geo World Tour, and like the most notable tournaments that I've seen, I've been watching these players. I believe they're both from Japan, Abao and Legia, and both of them played Vice, and both of them won the tournaments with Vice. So I mean, this is before this patch right now. So I mean, like, I understand like Hydern and Nas specifically were very strong, and Shune was dumb too. But just like even then, people were still managing wins around it. And there was another, I can't remember his name. There was another guy that was playing. He only had Shune, but like his Shune was just like not really doing much. But he closed it. He like clutched it out with Kim, and I wasn't too sure on like Kim's stance previously as to what he is now. So I mean, like that being said, even with Hydern and Naj being really good, there were still other characters winning. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Well, they weren't broken. They were just the best. Like, that's all there really was to it.
Right.
Like, in the end, the better player will still win, because you're right. There were Kims winning. There were Vices winning. But then you also, it all depends, too. Like, during the end of that version of the game, right? There's talks of Zhao Hai not really trying to play anymore. Like, he got bored. Now, will he come back, pick what's broken, and then still wreck everybody? Maybe. That's clearly a possibility. Will the people who, like, obviously Vice got hit. But, it's just all subject. Like I said, I think Hydern's still dumb because out. Like the only thing I will say is this is why like his neutral is easier to deal with, but it's still all the same neutral. It's not. It's not anything that got really hit to the point where he can't play. Like Naj got hurt. Like the threat of a crouch jab is not the threat of what it was anymore. Shune got hurt. Like those characters, they are out of the argument of tops, you know? But I don't see it. I don't see how Hydern got hurt so bad where he's not in that conversation anymore.
I would have to watch like an upcoming tournament to see like Frosties or like what's being played right now, because like since that patch I haven't seen anything yet, even like from the Neo Geo World Tours. So I haven't like seen any notifications. So I definitely will have to see what's being played right now. Because I mean, if that's the case, then that for me would see like I look at it like a window being open for like opportunity to see what other, like what players would look out and reach out to and branch out to now that like let's say if they would see the same thing, you know what I mean, and then they would just like see what else is out there that's possibly good and probably go with that. So we might be able to see like Hines, Nelson, Serena's, Banderas. I think Banderas is pretty good. They did a little changes to him too.
Right.
So I mean, I think like where it is right now, I think it's actually at a good spot. So now we're gonna see what these players are actually gonna look for, in their gameplay now after messing around with this new patch. So I mean, I think it's still pretty good.
Yeah, in the end, the patch overall was a good patch. Like I said, the things that needed to change were the top tiers. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that some people will be like, no, just buff everybody, but I'll be beating a dead horse when I keep telling people you can't fix bad in this game. Like, I'm sorry, but with the way the game is, like, all the low tiers have to be reworked if they're going to be good. And that's not happening. So I already knew that wasn't going to happen. So the top tiers definitely had to be nerfed. They definitely were. So that's good. For me at least, the one thing that I find questionable is like, K-Dash got a damage nerf. A huge one. I lost like 10% off max damage. Who was winning with K-Dash?
Right.
Who was winning?
There was some stupid nerfs. There was some.
Also,
nerfs.
You can still do that Phoenix arrow spam. Just don't do it against grapplers.
Yeah.
Because I've tried normal throw punishing, and you can't normal throw punish because she's too far away.
Yep.
You can normal throw punish in the corner though.
I've tried. It's like you have to move forward. If you hold back, you're too far. Unless your character has a wonky big throw range. I tried with Iori. It won't come out.
It worked for me when I tried against Iori. So, I mean, it all depends on how Athena spaces.
If you're blocking, well, that's the thing though. If you're blocking and you get like that micro step forward, then it works. If you hold up, then my stand C comes out. Like I don't get it as a punish because I tried against the corner.
I got it as a punish.
It's really weird. Yeah, it's a really weird thing. It's what I've noticed. But, like, Mai has a really big throw range, so Mai gets it free. It's really weird. So, but, what else was I... the other thing I didn't like either was, that they got rid of... Like, it seemed like they were somewhat selective on this, but they got rid of hit confirms. Like, Kenso can't do crouch B into forward A anymore at all. Like, it just won't cancel at all. That hurt him a bit because now he can't get any damage off a low without either A being pretty much right next to him. Because you have to do crouch B, crouch A, forward A. Or you have to burn bar into max mode. And they got rid of Shune stuff, but if the stuff didn't combo, it just jailed you for forever. Which, again, that's fine. It's whatever. But, yeah. There were just some nerfs. I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, Kim again got nerfed. Like, I get he won a couple tournaments, but dang, really? And really, it was just the overhead nerf. Like, jump C's still stupid. Still a dumb button. But man, Han got buffed.
Yeah,
He got some good ones.
yeah. It looks like his normals are going to kind of help him out quite a bit. It seems.
That was his weakness. That was the Rock problem. That was the Rock Howard problem before he got buffed going into the last version. Yeah, I mean it's in a good place. It's just they ended up nerfing mid tiers to make them even more worthless. Like some of them, like Ramon's actually like at this point, there's no point to play that character anymore. I think he's done. Like they buried him at this point because his already slow overheads are so reactable at this point. I feel like you could almost look away from the screen. Then he can push the overhead. Then you look back and it still hasn't hit you yet. Mm-hmm. Like they're bad, and like he got like a frame faster on like far light punch, and like it was like really that's his buff to replace that. Like Nakaruru made sense. Like I have no problems with what they did to Nako. She got the reset back, but now she can't do Bird Cling on Wake Up.
Yeah, works
for me. That's perfectly fine. To me, that's a perfectly reasonable like exchange of strengths. What else? I know that Choi lost a cross up, but he got more consistent damage. Chang got buffed. That was dope.
Yeah. Also, I have on the screen is the health changes. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think they mattered or just,
I agree.
They didn't matter?
I agree with that.
I think now it matters with Chang because before he needed the health because he couldn't do jack. But now it's like, oh, hey, he can actually do stuff and doesn't need to just be like a meter absorber, So I think that was cool. I mean, it also made it more universal. Like they took out like health values, so that's cool. Mainly just the biggest health value, but they moved a lot of people up. Like I remember more being at 900.
Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, I mean, in the end, they're very small, but they're very small changes. But I think that overall, it's a little bit better.
Okay. All right. One last question before we kind of get into like the real main topic. So why don't we kind of like predict in like 6 months, after all these tournaments and stuff, all these high level events, what do y'all think the tier list is going to be? Like what characters y'all think is going to be maybe top 3, maybe top 5 characters are going to be kind of stuck in the middle? What do y'all think? Kenshi?
Well, I already listed off my top 3, so I'm thinking they're going to stay, top 3.
Yeah.
But as for 4th and 5th, I think Maya's going to definitely be up there, and I think Leona's going to have her chance to shine again, because the stuff Lazy Fred was doing last night is kind of scary. It's kind of scary.
Okay. All right. JoJo, what do you think?
I'm still saying King. I'm sorry. It sounds like a broken record, but I'm telling you, man. I was actually fighting a buddy of mine. I mean, granted, it was online, and I hate fighting online. I'm not an online guy, but like King is gonna be crazy. Like I was actually just looking at the stuff she got. It don't seem like a lot right now, but when you see somebody like executed in person, it's gonna be like, wow, this is gonna be actually dumb. Projectile smash. She's gonna be like. She's not gonna be 13. She's not gonna be 13 King, but she's still. It's at the end of the day, it's still King. And when King is good in a game, I mean, you're gonna have to worry about her a lot. So I mean, she's got the tools that she needs. I mean, the only thing I would say she's missing is an actual overhead. But other than that, like I say King, Iori, I don't know. I know I have 2 right now. I wouldn't say I have a 5 right now because I haven't I haven't seen much.
Yeah.
I just noticed. I guess I can go with Hein too because I did mess around with Hein just a little bit. So I guess I can put Hein up there for now. Not so much gang ill anymore now that they nerfed his jump A, get some pressure. You can not punish him on block, well, not punish him on block. He's like negative in a way. I want to say, King, Hein. Yeah. I only have 3 right now, to be honest with you, Dez.
Okay, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. All right, cool. All right, let's go to Mexiken Esteban. So I know that you're.
Quick question. I know that's a little off topic, just because I'm curious. Kenshi, what was Lazy Freddy doing that Leona couldn't already do?
He was doing what she could already do, and it was working more than it was in 3.0.
But is that just because of matchup? Like, because it's easier to pull off because the other characters got nerfed?
No, because I was playing my characters, and they weren't really changed. Kyo wasn't changed. Yuri wasn't changed. Athena only had one real thing.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, all right. That makes sense then. Okay. All right. Well, so Iori's dumb. Here's the thing. Iori will always forever be a top 5 character in this game. If they change this game 3 more times, which they won't, but they could change this game 3 more times and he will still be in the top 5 conversation. I think Hydern is still there. I don't think they nerfed him enough to drop him out of there. Like, Shune and Naj are not in that conversation in my mind.
Okay.
To me, those 2 characters are still in it. I could definitely be wrong about him being the best. That's my personal opinion as of right now. Just because I feel like a lot of what you're going to be doing is based on a read once he's in mid-range. It's not going to be...
think, not to cut you off, but I definitely think he's still top 10, for sure. He's still up there. He's still good. He's not
think
bad.
I think my biggest thing with him is you're not going to be punishing him on reaction like you are with some characters. You're going to be punishing him on a read. Like, for example, like Naj got hurt to the point where if you just see him block dropkick, you're gonna kill her. So that's a huge thing. You know, now you punish Shune for doing dumb stuff. I don't think you punished him yet. You have to deal with it on reaction. Like, you can we tested this in training room. If you're at max sweep range, right? And he does sweep fireball, then you can jump it and you can punish him. But if you just jump after blocking sweep, then you're gonna get anti-aired. Like, it's just, there's no way you're getting around that. And you can't just punish that. And even though the sweep is punishable now, you're still having to be like, well, is he gonna fireball? Because if I try to punish this sweep, which is only -8, with something he can cancel into a fireball, then you're going to get hit. So that's why I say he's still in that. I'd say he's the best right now. But I'm not. I could be wrong. I still think he's top 5. I think King is good. Because the other thing I've been noticing more is I feel like her slower fireball is now even slower. Mm-hmm. Because I saw people doing slow fireball, then tornado kick, and getting a free frame trap after that fireball. So the fast fireball is fast, and that slow fireball is at least slow enough to where people are getting free tornado kicks. Let's see, who else was really silly? Leona, I do think is top 5. Before I felt like Hydern just outclassed her. There was just no point to play her unless you were playing both of them. And then I would say my over Benimaru. I'd put Benimaru in top 10, but I think I'd put him at like 6. Because the one thing that they all got with those 2, Clark and whoever else had an air throw, was their air throw got buffed.
Yeah.
And I think that matters more for Mai. Like, Benimaru, as good as he is, like, if you play certain characters, you're gonna just erase that. Like, Kim versus Benimaru is a good matchup now, especially because of the fact that he can't just far D over lows. And then Benimaru can't play that footsie game with Iori, for example. And so if you have a character with like those types of normals and play styles, he doesn't. It's not that he can't fight, but it's way harder. Where Mai does way better in those matchups, and that's just a very common matchup. So just I feel like that matchup chart's gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, there's what I would consider my top 5. I think those characters will be the characters that people will alternate from. But I also see like 6 through 15 still being heavily played, whatever those characters may be. So, I mean, like I said, I think the patch overall is good. I just really don't like what they did with the nerfs. Like this overall nerf of the system that they wanted to do. I just don't like it.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well said. Thanks for sharing. All right, cool. So I think that's kind of really it for now for discussion of 3.10. Let's move things forward quite a bit and talk about 2018 real quick. About what y'all kind of learned as far as gameplay and being in the community and whatnot. So why don't we start with Jojo? Jojo, what did you learn gameplay wise in 2018?
Oh man, because I want to say what this has got to be before. It was like a big, it's like a big time. Well, not so much a big timeline, but it was like a lot I learned from the time span of Frosties last year, and like at least the combo breaker. I mean, before Naj Hydern came out, I mean, I was still having fun with the game, and I was pretty much getting accustomed, like, to all the characters that was out by then. I guess I'd say I handled everything pretty well. I mean, like a good understanding, because I mean, you can know like almost all the characters in the game and the players that play them and how they play, but you'll never know all the characters. I don't know. I just feel that way, So I guess I handled it well, but like it was like when by the time Combo Breaker last year came around, Naj and Hydern had dropped. So I mean, I had more trouble with Naj than I did Hydern. And but when it came to like the characters that was already there in 14, I mean, everything was fine. So I guess, I mean, if I learned anything, I would have to learn to just try to brush up as much as I can, matchups and stuff like that. Because when I think about like tournament wise, only been the combo and Frosties.
Yeah.
I lost to Reno pretty bad, and then I lost to James. So it's just like, I mean, I didn't do bad, but I could have done better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I understand.
Just any placement I get that's not first place, I always tell myself I could do better. So I mean, it's nothing. There's nothing that's not you can't solve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's just just more work, more training. I mean, I wish when I get everything more situated at home, because I got a lot of stuff to take care of, outside of the gaming world. So getting caught up with that, I haven't found much time to like go out and play more, get sets with people, grind it out. I feel like grinding always helps in any fighting game, especially King of Fighters. So that helped build on that knowledge. So like looking back past 2018, I learned that getting to go out more and play people. I mean, because like I'm not an online person, so just getting out to play people will definitely helps. So hopefully I can get a lot more of that this year, King of Fighters 14. Sure.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much, man. All right. Kenshi.
Let's see here.
You there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah. My parents are arguing right now, so I had my mic muted just in case. But let's see. 2018. Gameplay wise, I felt like 2018 was kind of like a plateaued year. Like I didn't start feeling like improvements until very recently. Like after NEC, that's when I started feeling improvements in my gameplay. Mm-hmm. But as far as like learning things community based, I got better at commentating for sure. Okay. And since we run that tournament series now, I'm getting better at organizing tournaments and making sure things are on schedule. So that's really nice. It's not really like the game, but it's more like community stuff.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I feel
But it's still KOF. It's still KOF. So, yeah, 2018, I would say wasn't a bad year for me. It was just like when 3.0 came out, like I was still playing, but I wasn't really enjoying the game, so I wasn't like super focused on it.
Okay.
3.10, dropped on Christmas, and that's when I started like focusing, watching my replays again, asking questions again. And I'm like, okay, I actually enjoy this game again. Let's have some fun and get better. And now I'm noticing those improvements. Maybe it's just because Yuri got better by proxy since everyone got nerfed. But I don't know. Like I feel like I'm doing a lot better now than I was throughout the majority of 2018. So, I like I said, I very much like 3.10. Like it reminds me so much of 2.0 that it's really fun to me. Like I feel like the balance is similar to like 2.0, whereas like yeah, you had your top three, but they weren't completely dominant like they were in 3.10. People used them because they're easier, but the other characters weren't that far behind. So that's why I really liked about going from December 24th to December 25th,
All right, cool. Well said. All right. Mexiken, yo, what about you, man? What did you learn gameplay wise and community wise in 2018?
I mean, 2018's been a weird year. It was weird because, like, 2017, I arguably did way better. And I wasn't trying as hard. Yet in 2018, I tried harder, and I mean, I got better, but I did worse. Because I remember, like, 2017 Combo Breaker, for example, I got, like, 32nd, and I played Persona 5 as my training to get ready for Combo Breaker. And, like, nearly got out of pools. I think I played 14, like, all of 2 or 3 times. Like, for the last 2 months before. And this time, it's like, oh, man, I did the grind, but, Naj and Hydran happened. And then I went, like, 1 and 2, and it was just, like, I just wasn't feeling it. And then after Combo Breaker this year, I just kind of stopped playing. Like, pretty much everybody in my scene just stopped. We didn't like the way that 3.0 was. We got very bored with the game. Like, I started playing Cross Tag alongside Stray Wolf. And, like, we just all kind of just jumped onto different games. We're kind of coming back, but I think we're just coming back more, like, to just play. Like, even me, like, I'll be at Frosty's. If I do well, cool. I'm not really worried about it. But, like, I'm more excited for Sam Show at this point. Like, I'm ready for the new game. I've already clearly stated many a times I was never that much. I think the real problem too is like my scene still plays the older KOFs. So like we have a good, very, very like high level 98 player that we play 98 with, and a lot of times we just rather play 98. So then usually we do. But lately we've been playing more 14, mainly because we were happy with the changes. So hopefully like we just kind of learned to kind of just do. I guess the big thing is we, as a scene and as myself, it's just playing what you enjoy. It could be in the game, it could be out of the game, but just if you get burned out, playing what you enjoy and just having fun with it. I don't feel like I really grew that much as a player just because I've been playing for 7 years. So
yeah.
There's only like at this point, I feel like I have to. It's like the smaller incremental growth from like mid-level to high level and so on. So it's not too much.
Okay. All right. Well said. All right. Next question I want to throw at y'all is, what was your favorite event of 2018. It doesn't necessarily have to be an event that you attended. It could be something that you watched, like a stream. Kenshi?
Two. There is two.
Yeah.
If there's allowed to be two. Combo Breaker, for sure, it was amazing. That's why I pre-reg super early and already got my hotel and everything. It was an amazing experience to go there. It's probably my favorite major ever. But as like a spectator, like for spectator standpoint, Evo Japan. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I remember that.
it was fun being in like the Dream Cancel Neo Osaka, I think it was. Just talking about it.
Yeah.
I would say like Evo Japan was a spectacle to behold because you don't see like all those high level KOF players in Asia come out as much as they did for that tournament. So
who won that one again?
Was it ZJZ or someone else?
I thought it was him or it was ET.
It definitely wasn't ET. I remember ET got eliminated by Shanghai because he got a little bit arrogant with his arena.
Right, that's right. But yeah, maybe it was ZJZ because Shanghai didn't win that tournament.
No, he didn't. He got third.
Like Legend says, M dash. What is that? Is that right?
Did M that? Oh. Somebody look up the results. We got the internet.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Okay. While we get those, Jojo, what about you? What was your favorite event that you either attended or viewed in 2018?
Well, I agree with Kenshi. I definitely liked Evo Japan as well. That was definitely hype watching it at the time. From a spectator standpoint, it was that one, and then one of the I can't remember the exact one it was. I believe it was Korea. I was watching Neo Geo World Tour Korea. One of them, I forget which one it was. I forget the location, but that one was really good. I like both of them. The one where Vice won, and the one with that Kyo player. I forget his name. Well, I know Lagia and Abao. I know those two players. So I like those tournaments from the Neo Geo World Tour. My apologies for not remembering the name of the place that they had it at, though. But it was that, and then as far as like playing wise, I definitely I enjoyed Combo Breaker thoroughly a lot. Just in general, like again, like I wish I'd done better. Placing 13th, but I'd say I had lots of fun. I had lots of fun at Frosty Faustings last year. Coming in third, I felt like I was definitely doing really, 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 really good. Mm-hmm. And then just got lost the Decimo, and again James. Again, that's what shout out to the homie James. So yeah, I lost to him again. I lost to Decimo. I lost a good player, so I'm not too bummed out. But I definitely had had way more fun at Frosty's. Playing King of Fighters XIV a lot. By doing well, I was able to I was just in the comfort zone with my team. It was just everything was just it felt good. I don't know how else to really put it. It just really felt good playing at Frosty's as opposed to how I did at Combo Breaker. So that's all subject to change this year, though.
Okay, all right. That sounds like a plan for sure. Cool.
Are you gonna be at Michigan Masters Desk?
No, man. I'm kind of taking a little break from traveling for a little bit, but you never know, man. I might wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Conor Rager. So we'll see. About that. We'll see.
I got the results for Evo Japan last year. By the way.
Yeah, what was it?
ZJZ did win that.
Okay.
Lao was second place. M Dash was third. Shanghai was fourth. Ball KTV was fifth. Tied for fifth was ET, and then Coco for seventh, tied with Fudo Miyoyo or something like that.
That's right. I forgot about Lao.
He was good.
He was really good. That was a dope match.
Didn't he play with Mature? Was it? Or is that someone else?
Yeah, Mature. It was Mature. I gotta look at the cast now. Hold on.
Gotta look at the select screen. Okay.
Lau did Benimaru, Billy, and the chair.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Cool. Oh, all right, Black
And
Legend.
that's-
Yeah, he remembers. All right, cool. Mexiken, what about you? What was your favorite event from 2018?
Well, Frosty's was cool because Nathan got Soul Good Guy got 7th. He got top 8.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Beat Genesis in I've never seen an OCV so lopsided in my life. Like normally when you it was a reverse OCV, but normally when you see it, usually like at least the first character's almost dead. But that was not the case. Like he had almost like full complete health bar characters, and he came back and brought the whole thing back, and that was really cool. Evo Japan was really fun as a spectator thing. Honestly, Combo Breaker, I was so salty.
Yeah, you
I
were.
was so mad. I lost. I'm not name dropping people because well, here's the thing. If I name dropped them, which he'll know who it is, so I guess this is kind of a blow up anyways, but at least I'll keep it between us. The person who knocked me out of that tournament, like, I never lost to him in tournament from 13 to 14 up to that day. And, like, I dropped my stick and walked off. I was pissed.
Well,
So-
maybe he got better, man.
Well, here was the other problem. I beat him, like, 8 games straight in casuals. And the other problem too was I lost because of my drops, not because of like things in the match changed. Like the matches played out exactly as they would before, but I dropped stuff. Like for example, like with K-Dash, Dragon Punch Heat Drive became Crouch Jab EX Chain Drive because it was like a wonky cross up that didn't normally happen, but it did at that one point in time. And so I literally just let my stick hit the floor and I just stomped off. I was so mad. So like Combo Breaker, I was just salty. I did get 9th and 13 though. That was fun.
When you drop your combos, was this like a game winning?
Yeah,
move?
it was. It would have been. I would have killed him, and I would have had like over like 60% health on my K-Dash still because my K-Dash is second.
Yeah.
On his anchor character. So it literally changed the entire flow of the match.
Okay, so you couldn't recoup after that happened? You just let it shake your soul?
Nope. No, because it was against Hydern. And
okay.
Kyo versus Hydern's a really hard matchup.
Okay.
So the problem became that like K-Dash I could at least counter the zoning and inch my way in a lot easier than I could with Kyo.
Yeah.
Because he beat Kyo at every range. Especially because that was after because obviously with the Far D nerf, I couldn't contest his sweep. So I really, once he got in the sweep range, he pretty much controlled everything. So after I lost that, there was just it just became extremely difficult. And again, this was after playing 8 games before. Mm-hmm. And the matches did not change. The actual, the decisions we were making weren't changing. I was just dropping stuff.
So wait, you played this person in casuals the same day, or was this a
same day? Yeah, but normally you could tell oh yeah, they learned what I'm doing, and I have to readjust. That was not what happened. Everything was exactly the same. The difference was in casuals I wasn't dropping combos, but in tournament I did, and it ended up killing me for it.
Do you think maybe you just got nervous, or just?
I think I was already rattled. Because the thing was, me dropping stuff progressively got worse as the match went on. But that one was one that, it's really weird. That mid-screen side switch K-Dash combo, it gets finicky where you don't know if you cross under the second time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so when you do, Dragon Punch Heat Drive, if it crosses up and you don't know what side you're on and it's the other side, the fact that it's crouch jab into literally the most punishable super in the game,
yeah,
it becomes a huge, huge demoralizing thing. And you lose a bunch of bar. That's 3 bars gone. It was a lot. So it really, like, I went in, actually, when I got to Kyo, I had no bar left. So I only had the one bar you get when you lose, and that was all I had.
Yeah.
Against like an 80% high turn. No, it was close to like 60% high turn, and his anchor character. I think he was playing Leona anchor. I don't remember, but yeah, it was just really bad. But basically, what happened though, I got super salty, and that pretty much kind of like ruined the rest of the tournament for me.
Damn, man.
And then after that, I didn't travel anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd stopped traveling for the year, and
I hope like you didn't get nightmares from that shit.
oh, trust me, there were definitely. I've had worse ones. They just made overall that one just did it for me. Where it's like, all right, I can't. Like for the fact that it's like, how does 2 double quarter circles go into quarter circle forward, half circle back on the other side? And so I was just like, how does that happen? So it just made me mad, and I just stopped trying. Like, so I stopped playing for a really long time, or I just got into other games. Okay. And then I'm coming back, though. I'll be back.
Okay. All right, cool. Fair enough. All right, before I get to the next question, I will say on my side, favorite event, Common Breaker was pretty good. It was cool to meet some of y'all, especially like Kenshi and Burger Time and some other people's. I thought that was really, really fun. One tournament that I did like to watch, I didn't get through the whole thing. It was the Button Masters tournament that happened like a couple months ago. I always like those tournaments. Those are pretty good. The King of Festival tournaments. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
Yeah,
all right, cool. Just
that was a good tournament, too.
Yeah. They always have great tournaments. I love those King of Festival tournaments because they don't just have 14 in them. There's 02 and 98 and stuff like that. But yeah, I think those 2 tournaments are the one tournaments that I really appreciate. So next question for all y'all. Who's y'all favorite streamer that streamed KOF all year in 2018? Kenshi, you want to tackle this one?
Let's see here. Oh man, that's a hard pick. Calvin was gone for 6 months, and myself was out of the picture. I'd have to say Juicebox. He's always very informative, even though he's a little bit of a dick sometimes. And I say that out of love. He's just very blunt. But yeah,
that's
he definitely
true, man. I mean, that's true. He when he has something on his mind, he says it. That's commendable.
Yeah, I would have to say him. It's hard to pick because like a lot of the streamers that I like to watch for KOF14 just kind of fell off the face of Twitch for a bit. I mean, I did too. So I mean, I can't really fault them. But it was definitely like kind of a weird year for KOF14 streaming because I don't know. I feel like people were getting burned out around that time, and we're slowly coming back. So
yeah,
I mean, like now we got more streamers. Marco started streaming. Decimo started streaming. It's like, oh wow, we got new people, and I guess it was about maybe 3 or 4 months ago that I finally started watching Elkidori streams. He's really funny.
Oh yeah.
If you're looking for like entertaining KOF content, aside from myself, I recommend him. He's really funny. But if you're looking for like informative content, definitely Juicebox. Definitely Juicebox.
Okay. Well said. What about you, JoJo? Have you kept up with many streams at all in 2018?
Not so much streamers. Just individual players I like to follow.
Yeah.
And watch what tournaments that they're at, stuff like that. Also, I'm glad you mentioned KOF Festival because I did watch that one as well because I watched that. They played a lot of games there.
Yeah, they did, man. They were playing Sam Show 2.
Yep, Heroines. I mean, and then 14. So I was like, yeah, I was good for that. But as far as like players though, I definitely, I feel like I wouldn't say a lot of people sleep on him, but M Dash. I follow. I like him. I like his play style a lot. He seems to just like clutch it out when people least expect it.
Yeah.
So I definitely dig some Dash Violent Kane, Luis Cha still, even though I haven't seen him in a while because I haven't seen like tournaments where they're at. I'm pretty sure they still play. So I definitely like them too. Stray Wolf's cool. Also, I like ET, ZJZ, Lagia, and Bao just because they play twice also. So other than that, I mean, I wouldn't say not so much the streamers, but just the individual players I've been keeping up with because I haven't really like had time to go on Twitch and just check out their streams and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Cool. Esteban, what about you? Who's your favorite streamer of KOF in 2018? If you followed.
I mean, Stray Wolf's the homie, so I mean, I always like watching his streams.
Yes.
But like honestly, I haven't even noticed anybody streaming much towards the end of the year. I just kind of fell out because me and him both like hopped on cross tag, and I've been playing Eunice, Tekken 7, Third Strike, Accent Core. Like I've just been going all over the place with games. It's been pretty nuts, but no, like he was definitely one of my more favorite ones. When did Juicebox start streaming again?
Oh, he's been streaming. It's,
like since when? He wasn't at the early part of the year.
Yeah, he was streaming Tekken back then. It was.
Was it like after Evo?
Yeah, it was a little bit after 3.0 came out. He
That's
started
why.
streaming.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, maybe that's
go
why.
On, like kind of a hiatus for a little bit, but yeah, he came back for a while. Tekken was kind of, stealing his soul for a little bit. Well,
Tekken does that. It's definitely does that. But I can't even play Tekken for long periods of time. I remember I played it first to 10.
Yes.
In Tekken, and I needed a nap. Like I was so exhausted, and I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, it felt like I played a first to 50 in like KOF 13. Like
Tekken be making me mad salty, so I get what you're saying. Like,
no, it's not salt. That's the thing. In that game, even how much BS is in that game, I don't get salty at that game. But it's exhausting. It's mentally exhausting, like having to think about everything you have to think about.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so nuts. But no, but mostly like, yeah. I mean, Stray Wolf was really one of the only ones I really watched. Only because me and him would play too. I think that's the other thing too. I played Stray Wolf a lot. Pre-combo breaker. Post-combo breaker, I really haven't watched that much, but yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's cool to know he's streaming again, though.
Cool. All right, that sounds good. I would say on my end, favorite streamer, I will say, Elky Dory pretty much held it down pretty good on Friday night.
Yeah, he was there when no one else was. He was very consistent.
Yeah, and now he's doing Mondays too, so that's always a joy. But yeah, Elky Dory pretty much takes the cake. But everyone else that streams, shout outs to them. I think it's appreciative that people take the time to stream this game. Even though like the viewer base isn't that large, it's always good. If you streaming a lobby and then there's only like 3 or 4 people or something like that. After a while, it does grow, and we did start to like implement a little bit of a kind of a system where we would kind of host each other's streams and kind of lead into each other's streams and stuff like that. Like if you plan to stream a certain day, someone will stream before you, and pick up some of the viewers and then just like carry them to your stream and raid your stream and stuff like that. So I think that's a pretty good base to kind of build things off of, especially for 2019. So one kind of, I won't say group of questions, but I would say like a big kind of like discussion topic we can go into before we sign off for the night is that, what do y'all think we need to improve on as a community in 2019 for KOF? Anybody can just take the mic if they have any thoughts, or if you want to think about it, let me know.
As a community, I wouldn't, because I don't want it to seem like I'm like calling nobody out or anything like that. Because I mean, if that was the case, I'd be a part of it too. But seeing as everybody has real life to take care of, outside of the gaming world, I can't really just say, we need to start doing so and so and so and so. But what I could say is, I guess I could say, I just wish, granted on my end too, like when I get more time and get everything settled this year, just when we go out to local gatherings and stuff like that, just some KOF guys come out. Or man, if I could, I keep getting things for God Saturdays and stuff like that, or just stuff in Indiana, just for us to come out more and come together so we can play, then just not have it always be Combo Breaker and Frosty, which that's not a bad thing, but being able to just see the community more, that's all. Because I look at other communities and they just have the access there because they people come out and stuff like that. So, I guess the one thing I could ask for is just when people can, just we can just come out and just play, just basically, because I don't want to just have to rely on. I definitely don't want to have to rely online. I'm not an online guy. So, if that could be a thing to change, hopefully everybody get more free time. We can just play some King of Fighters locally.
Yeah, let's all just win the lottery, guys, so we can travel more.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, other than that, I really have no complaints because, that's the only way I don't mind learning. It's like that old school arcade mentality, just, going out just to level up. I'd rather do that instead of play online, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Esteban, Mexiken, what about you? What do you think? How should we improve the community? I know the most important thing is to play, but what are some other things that we should try to implement to improve?
Well, streaming's already been picking back up, so that's good. Honestly, I'm on the same thing as the JoJo train, man. It's so hard. I'll be honest, it's so hard to want to practice a game where your fear is you're practicing for a game for a super small turnout for a big tournament. That's kind of annoying. It's for example, like I said, I've been playing a bunch of games. It's I could practice Tekken and go for it's one of those things where it's nice when people actually can show up to the tournaments. If anything, you know what? That's where I'm going to say. I'd like to see the people that like this game travel to the bigger tournaments at least. Even though, it's... I do think that helps. You don't get the same experience in an online tournament that you do an offline tournament. You don't. And if you want to get better, then I'm sorry, that's the way it needs to go. And that's what I'd like to see in our scene. Because the thing is, it's the numbers at tournaments are what dictate how a game lives and dies by support in this community. And you can't tell me you love this game and then me not see you at a tournament. So, even if you can't travel to every local, even if you can't travel to every tournament, just show up to the big ones when it matters, at the very least. That's how I think we could improve. We got to show the community is here and the community is healthy and is hungry, and you can't do it when you're at home.
Okay. Very powerful words, indeed. Kenshi, did we get to you?
Nah,
okay.
But I'm going to be a broken record and say the same thing that both of them have already said. So that's one thing, but I feel there is an online presence, and yeah, it's nothing like offline. I can attest to that since I do play both frequently. But for the online tournaments, what's the excuse to not enter them besides, if you don't like online, that makes perfect sense, but you get to stay at home, do whatever you want while you're playing, if you got time, join it. It's definitely community driven, and
ours at least has pop bonuses. So I mean, like, free to enter, plus you get money if you do well. Like, go for it. There's nothing holding you back.
Yep.
So
I agree with that too. I mean, I don't like online, but I think if you can handle playing online and it's a free to enter tournament, you have no excuse whatsoever. Like, I'll probably throw a stick out the window if I play online. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save my window. I'm going to save my arcade stick. But I know I'm like 2% I'm one of 2% in this community. Meaning there's 98% of this community that would be willing to play online. So, like, there are no excuses to that.
Yeah, and like everything else, like as far as like the social standing of our community, we're very inclusive, so we don't need to work on that. You're definitely very punctual about people with bad attitudes in the Dream Cancel Discord, which is a godsend since we do weed out the bad eggs before they cause like massive issues.
Yeah, and there's been a bunch of bad eggs, I would say.
Real quick, I got another one. Sorry, I just thought about this. You know what I would like to see, though? I know that I did mention that we're starting to stream again. Something I would like to see maybe different, well, for sure, different people. Like, different people with this one. I would like to see more informative videos. It's nice to have the stream, but I feel like overall, and like all fighting game communities have lost the value, or lost the understanding of the value of like an informative video of a topic. Like matchup, like one of the things was like, yeah, Juicebox has amazing streams, but more importantly than his streams, and I always were his like when he was going through 13 and he was explaining the basics with every character, or like my favorite video was his explanation of how you play footsies.
Yeah.
In Street Fighter 4. Like, those videos don't really exist anymore. And I think those videos are actually what keeps new players from actually playing. Now, I do think 14's time for new players is done, but we're all going to play Sam Show. We all know we are. Everyone in this room knows we're playing Sam Show. Yeah. How long we play Sam Show is a whole separate story, but we know we're going to be playing it. And we know that KOF15 is coming out in 2020. Yeah. I know on my end, I'm bad as a streamer. One, I'm not consistent. And two, I feel awkward in front of a camera when I don't have people to talk to directly. But I know going into Sam Show and going into KOF15, my goal is I'm actually going to blow almost $2,000 on a new computer after I get my taxes back.
I might do the same thing, dude. Because a local player here just did the same thing, and I'm like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but the thing is, these informative videos, because it's nice to show the stream, but when someone's like, man, I don't understand how to play, actually, prime example, whenever someone gets to do into KOF, we all go to that Danny J video.
We all do.
We always do.
And it's old, and like it was actually, you know what? It was preparing for KOF 12, man.
12.
Think about that.
That trash is what it was prepared for. So, but the thing is though, like, I'm not saying we need a new one of those. We don't need a new one of those. It's still a great video.
Yeah.
But it helps. It helps to have that video content. And I think that, like, ending 14 on the note of, man, maybe some new people. I want to be one of those. That's my goal, is to be one of those people. But definitely getting the new, like, the beginner level, intro level into this game kind of things. It doesn't have to be super crazy. You don't have to be a top player. You don't have to be I'm sure as hell not a top player. But you don't even have to be like also just tournament level player. But if you can break down the understanding for like somebody who doesn't know jack about fighting games, and to somebody who knows maybe a different fighting game and helps them get into it, that video content is way too valuable to not exist in our community. And especially our games, They're not easy to play. We need stuff like that. So that's actually the biggest takeaway, I think, when it comes to growing this community and grow the strength of the community is something we need as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there was too many for 14, and if there was, like for example, someone in the chat said, "Who did that video of all the punishes for every character?" I believe that was Cauliflowers.
Yes.
Yeah, and then now all that stuff is like mad outdated. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
The thing. With
that's
this.
The hard part.
But on the flip side, there's a video that Juicebox made is how to punish jump CDs, and you can apply that. You know, no matter how much the game changes, unless like they universally alter jump CDs, and you can like put what he taught in that video and like the older KOS as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think more kind of like fundamental based videos, informative videos would be a good idea. What do y'all think?
I agree.
For sure.
I would love to do them, but I'm just stupid. I don't know how to explain fundamentals. I got them, I just don't know how to explain them. Someone's echoing.
Hey, you know what, man? Oh, wait, what's going on with the echo?
I know, right?
Oh, there we go. Okay, but you know what, though? Let me tell you right now, not everybody is a good teacher. We have, like, one of our best Street Fighter teachers. You do not go to him, or not Street Fighter teachers, Street Fighter players. You do not go to that dude and ask how to play Street Fighter. He will not be able to teach you jack. But, we have other guys who are not quite as good. It happens. But that's the thing, though. Like, but that's also why I say I feel like we need other people to do it. Like, because streaming is a lot. Like, it's a lot to do a stream.
Oh, yeah.
And if you rely on, like, that's why I think we took Juicebox for granted in 13, is he did the videos and the streaming. Like,
yeah.
Like, that dude put so much time, and it's like, oh, man. Like, I have my opinions on Juicebox, too. They're not, I don't hate him, you know. I think he can be kind of an asshole sometimes in the nicest ways. But the thing is, though, he did so much work. Like, it was crazy. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, we need new people we need different people to do it. You know, if the same people want to do it, go for it. But we need different people, too. Spread the workload out, and we can get back into this. We can have more content to easily get, like, new players into the games without feeling superly overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. I want to pick out something I am seeing in the chat real quick. Let me read the chat. Someone says, not someone, I can read their name. Crashman says, well, I think what we also need is more symbols, especially for the US. And he says, Juicebox is our US player symbol. I would like more pulls, please. And then Six says, we can make this a group effort. And then Crashman says, group effort is nice, but you need that main face. And what I would say about that, I think just one person. We can't just like elect one person. I think I do agree with like the group effort. There has to be different kinds of personalities, though. Like we need the teacher. We need the hardcore teacher. You know what I'm saying? And then we need somebody that kind of like Elkidori, man. He plays party battle mode. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good as well too. He's steady learning. You know, he drinks a beer on stream and stuff like that. You know, and then we probably need like someone else that's just like goofy and silly and just that has like a very charismatic personality and stuff like that. So I mean, I definitely feel that we need different levels of it though. You know, it can't just be one person. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, like every other.
Well, I think that comes. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Oh, well, I think when it comes to the faces, that comes with exposure. So, for example, like, you can't just say, oh, hey, Desmond, you're going to be the teacher, and Kenshi, you're going to be the goofy person. Like, you can't just do that. Mm-hmm. But what happens, though, is, like, this is why we need the separate people doing it. So, for example, we had, like, the overall sensei that was, Juicebox in the U.S. to help teach KOF, and we could have other people do that, but the thing is they have to obviously do the content to realize, oh, hey, we can rely on this person to teach stuff in KOF. And then if that person travels to tournaments, then it's like, oh, wow, that person also got top 32 in a 100 and something man tournament. So he's not the best, but he knows what he's talking about. Clearly he can actually play. If your role is entertaining, like, be the entertaining person, but you have to show you're entertaining.
Yeah.
So, we need more faces, but if we have more content, then the faces will come out of the content.
Yeah, I definitely go for the entertaining department.
Yeah, me too, because I watch a lot of streamers that play different kinds of games. I'm in fighting games, and they're just very entertaining. And they know that they aren't super good at the game either, you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably don't even call themselves... Say what?
Eris, the Tekken player, Eris. That dude is entertaining as all get out.
He's hella entertaining. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a bunch of other people like that play many different games, even like the big games like League and like Fortnite and stuff like that. A lot of those people, the reason why people gravitate towards them because they are, you know, very entertaining. They know a fair amount about the game, but you know, they aren't like hardcore serious players. You know what I'm saying? They have a really big fan base, really big user base, and you know, they get people into the game by just them being themselves, you know.
Yep, very true.
All right, cool. All right, any other thoughts on community improvement before we start shutting things down for the night?
I don't really have anything. More consistency in, you know, traveling and competing in the online tournaments if you're an online player is basically all I really had. So
yeah, that's a good point. I think a couple people kind of like was brainstorming, and you know, we just said like, hey, why don't we just pick just 2 tournaments a year, and then we just all go to either one of those. You know, like Combo Break, in my opinion, is like, you know, the tournament I like to go to, and you know, I usually tell people like, yo, if you play KOF, you know, I would say go there, you know. And I know other people have different kind of opinions on different places we can go to, but I usually say Combo Breaker. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, I would tell people Combo Breaker too.
I understand,
basically.
I understand because like traveling, it, you know, it could be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, you know, set aside, you know, time off from work or well, I was gonna say work or school, but that's like during a like a holiday weekend. But some tournaments aren't on those specific spots. But yeah, traveling, I mean, it takes work. I mean, and plus you need a lot of commitment to travel. It's like, yo, do I really want to spend X amount of money to go to a place that, you know, I don't go to very much? Is this like a vacation? Like, what's going on? You know, so,
right.
So yeah, it takes a fair amount of you know, commitment to want to travel. So I thought like, hey, if there's at least like 1 or 2 tournaments that we can agree to, that we can point to and have everybody go, just like a family reunion, you know, like everybody goes to like the same place, or they might change it up, you know what I'm saying, like 1 or 2 years. You know, we can do that. But yeah, I usually point people to Combo Breaker, you know.
Same. Plus, it usually is the consistent tournament that has like a good KOF turnout. Like even like towards like even in 2018 when like all the other tournaments were like, man, why'd they even run 14? Like, Combo Breaker had a like almost exact same amount of entrants as the year prior. So it's one of those things where it's kind of become that tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely the go-to. I'll be going there every year as long as I'm competing.
Cool. All right. Well, yo, why don't we wrap things up about now, and why don't we do some shout-outs? So why don't we start with JoJo? Would you like to do some shout-outs? JoJo? Oh, he just muted himself.
Oh,
it's all good.
Yeah, but definitely shout outs to everybody in the Midwest, Indiana, Chicago, Detroit, all the KOF players just in general. Hey, even in other countries and stuff like that. Just holding the game down, making it just fun to watch. Just watching tournaments, watching other players play and stuff like that. Shout outs to my friends, close friends playing other games and stuff like that. The usual stuff. And I definitely appreciate the Dream. Like places on platforms like this as well, like the Dream Cancel. Everybody that joins, tunes in, all the viewers and stuff like that, and just the whole King of Fighters community as a whole in general. Definitely shout out to you guys. So that seems to be it on my end.
All right, great. Thank you so much for coming on as always, JoJo.
Always, thanks for having me, man. Finally got it to work for once.
Yeah, I know that we had to switch platforms, man. We was like, no, I got to get my man JoJo on here, man. We can't be messing around like last time. But cool. I'm glad that it worked out.
Yeah, this one seemed to work out way easier than Rabbit, fortunately. So
yeah, we might say
Back
that.
to Hangouts.
What you say?
Back to Hangouts forever.
I know, man. we done this like we've been using Hangouts since like day one. As far as like live stuff, so that's cool. So Player One, what's your full like sponsorship or team name?
Player One Esports. It's my job.
Okay, cool.
It's my occupation. So, but yeah, shout outs to pretty much. I'm just gonna say all the same stuff I always say. Shout outs to moms. Shout outs to the local communities. Shout outs to the people like who stuck around the entire time, which I can't say I'm even one of them. But I'll definitely say I definitely always appreciate that people still play the game, especially because of the fact, like, it's always a shame if you see a game, like, actually die. So it's nice to see people play a game, and especially playing this one. Hopefully everybody definitely jumps on the Sam Show bandwagon when that comes around. Hopefully we get this extra content made. The shout outs to the future content creators of the SNK community. See. That's about it. That's all I can think of. Oh, and shout outs to James Jr. for shouting out to moms.
Oh yeah, he always did that.
Yep.
For sure.
Got to take his position at this point.
Yeah, we'll try to get him on next time. We'll see what's up. Kenshi? Shoutouts?
Pretty much the same shoutouts as always. Shoutouts to all the streamers, Juicebox. Oh, and QV's back. So it's nice. Cortus Veritas.
Oh, Cortus Veritas. Yeah, I remember that dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I remember I interviewed him, man. I like destroyed his name, man.
Yeah, he's back, so he's going to be doing the 24-hour lobbies again when he gets
man.
when he gets it set up. So shout outs to him for always wanting to help out with the KOF community despite being a Tekken player. Shout outs to the entirety of the Dream Cancel family because we all support each other and it's really nice. An important one for me this time around is shoutouts to Saltamiya and Tiger Tigres for letting me stay over at their place while I was in New Jersey completely for free, and they actually didn't even let me buy my own food most of the time, so it was very nice of them.
Yeah, that's the upside to building like online relationships, you know what I'm saying? And then you strengthen them offline too, it goes like hand in hand.
Yeah.
You make friends with people, and then they can hook you up. They can help you, in times of need. So, yeah, that's always a good thing to be, blessed with.
Yeah. Also, shout outs to my roommate for paying the internet bill in place of my parents, since I wasn't going to be here today if he didn't.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You'll probably have to use some struggle McDonald's internet or something, man.
Yeah, I would have had to go to somewhere with free Wi-Fi and be on my phone.
Word. All right, cool. All right. Shout outs on my end. So we're gonna go back to promo and plugs real quick. So let's do this as fast as we can. Get t-shirts, dreamcancel.com/shop. donate to our Patreon, get video content early. Come hang out in our Dream Council Discord server. Sign up for the SNK Esports Support Program. Support Crazy Lee and her Twitch Discord emotes. Support Saltamiya. Get all of her great stickers and pillows and keychains and shirts and all kinds of great SNK content. Coming up, tournaments-wise, this weekend, Neo Geo World Tour 2 stop in Washington, D.C., Super Magfest. And then also this weekend is a side tournament on Friday, Kumite in Tennessee. Next Saturday, Tung's Dojo Showdown 3. All right, just imagine there's a 3, and then
I got the flyer on Twitter. I got the new one on Twitter.
You got it on Twitter?
Yeah. Oh. I'll post the link.
Yo, that will be super helpful. All right, we'll go back to that real quick. Frosty.
There's a link in the chat.
Ooh, thank you so much. Frosty Faustings. It's going down January 18th and 19th in Illinois. If you want the specific, location, go to FrostyFaustings.com. King of Fighters 14 will have a $500 pot bonus. So if you want to get some of that yen, some of that gil, some of that meseta, go ahead and see what you got. I don't know if they are splitting it, to top 8 or something like that. I have no clue, but yeah, go ahead and get it. All right, we got the updated poster, Tung's Dojo Showdown 3, King of Fighters 14 Steam Edition online tournament, Saturday, January 12th. All the information is on the screen. Kenshi did just post up the tweet to the challenge link and stuff like that. We'll put all that in the YouTube description section when you watch the archive. So don't worry. No, don't feel like the information is going to escape you. Let's keep going. Evo Japan, did we find out exactly when this is going down, y'all? Anybody in the chat?
February 14th is the first day of it.
February 14th. Okay, great. That is a week after my birthday, and 14th is also Valentine's Day here, if I clearly recall, in the United States. But, all right, cool. 14 should be a fun watch, especially with the new patch. I'm so interested in seeing how people are going to rock these characters with this new patch, especially for all these coming tournaments, especially, that's this month and coming up next month. And in March, Vegas Cup 3. This is 23rd and 24th of March. We're going to post all the information in the description section about pop bonuses and stuff like that. And then in May 24th and 26th, Combo Breaker. Go ahead and go. I'm contemplating on going, so let me think about it. But yeah, we should all go there. I always point there. That's like the mecca as far as SNK KOF goes.
Last year was basically the Dream Cancel Discord offline meetup there.
Yeah, pretty much. That was pretty fun. I like that. That was cool. That was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, that's about it on my end. I just want to thank everyone. All the people in the chat, all the people watching and listening on Twitch and on YouTube when this rerun goes up. I want to thank everybody in the Discord. I want to thank all the scenes in USA and in China. I was going to say China. Well, shout out to China. I was going to say Canada and Mexico and stuff like that. Or people overseas. Shout out to rojanaji.com. And yeah, that's kind of really it. So thank y'all again. And this concludes another installment of the Dream Council podcast. My name is Desmond, the administrator of DreamCouncil.com. And until next time, keep playing, keep learning, and have fun. Peace.